Just then, the princesses were arriving at the beach. And they looked around and saw no one and said, unfortunately, the bad guys heard them. And they were still up to no good. And they said,
we're right here.
you weren't invited.
You weren't invited. We know we're mad. We're gonna have our own party. Fun.
Luckily, the superheroes were just on the way. Maybe they would have a plan to save the day.
Why the long faces? I thought this was a party. It is.
And so the princesses and their friends turned to the bad guys and said,
Where's the party over there? And you stay right there.
and the bad guy said,
Bye.
and the princesses said,
Bye.
and so they decided to go ahead and have their party. And the princesses and their friends and the superheroes said, and they danced their favorite tune from their movie Star Wars. The sharks danced, the princesses danced, and the bad guys said,
A dance party there.
so they decided to come up with a plan to stop it.
I'll stop that with a storm of candy.
So the spy made the storm rain down candy instead of rain, and all the good guys said,
It's raining candy.
Yum.
Yeah.
And so they gobbled up the candy and they had more, and that made the bad guys even more mad. And so they said, we'll ruin the music.
We'll ruin the music.
And they made an awful sound. What's that awful sound?
What's that awful sound?
But that didn't work, and the princesses and their friends stayed, and that made the bad guys even more mad. So Jaws had a plan, and he said, I'll scare them all. And so he got in the water and swam in front of the princesses and their friends. And the princesses and their friends said,
Eat a shark.
Now the heroes had been watching patiently the whole time, and they said, all right, you cross the line.
All right, you crossed the line. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
And so the heroes and the bad guys were about to show down, and they said,
Showdown!
but the princesses said,
Wait.
we just want to have a party.
We just want to have a party. Can't we just talk about it?
And so the spy took this opportunity to use the situation to turn things good and said,
Well, they do have a lot of candy, and we like sharing.
and so they offered them some candy.
We love some.
And so they took the candy and put it in their mouths and gobbled it up and chewed it up. The princesses thought this would be a good time to ask, do you promise to be good?
Do you promise to be good?
And because the candy tasted so good, and because the party was going kind of well, the good guys chewing their food went. So they said, yay.
Yay!
And they decided to have a dance party, and they said, let's party.
Let's party!
And they danced all night and day to their favorite song. They did a goofy, silly dance. And when they were done dancing, everyone